2, 1.
Randomizer fans, to the Lefeinian ladder. Season 7 finals. We have a 5-man Guess Who's Running race to see the winner. My name is Thavy Hawk. With me in the booth today is Ampersand the Wiz, with our tracker duo of Mech89 and Iker, and of course our restreamer extraordinaire, Dark Moon EX. Ampersand, what are we looking at with these parties and blursings?
So the blursings for this are that the fighter has resist all and plus 20% hit, which is fantastic. The thief, if they learn dark after promoting, they gain plus evade, and they have plus legendary sword, meaning they don't have to promote to wield that katana or can wield the X-Cow. The black belt has self magic, which I believe is your not temper, saber, and your defense, as well as plus thief sword. The red mage has plus 800 GP and gains invis 2. The white mage has plus 20 strength, and if they learn lamp, they get to resist all. And the black mage has plus fast and can equip shields. So I think I'm looking and I'm seeing everyone went with a black mage. Everyone actually went a very similar party comp in Thief Fighter White Black. I see the only deviation is with Shiva, our top left runner, going with Thief Fighter Red Black.
Gotta admit, seeing the party with the Thief Fighter White Black seems pretty vanilla efficient. The Thief has run ability and early access to premium swords, and that fighter with the resist all doesn't need a ribbon, and the plus 20 hit means promotion or not, it is your big stick winner, most likely. The red mage over the white mage is an interesting choice for Shiva. That red mage coming with that extra gold and the invis 2 for sure is pretty nice, but the white mage having the early plus strength is a nice to have, but the learn lamp for resist all means that is a learnable ribbon. Mm-hmm. So you basically would have two party members you don't need ribbons for with the fighter and the white mage.
Yeah, we'll see if it pays off for Shiva.
Of course, going to this, we have a shard hunt, so we're not looking at orbs specifically, and we have oops all loose, so they will be checking tons of boxes, so expect them to find a good amount of gear going forwards.
Not only that, it is also an entrance floor shuffle. So
let the chaos reign.
Indeed. All right, so without further ado, I think we're ready to get that started.
Big props and shoutouts once again for Dark Moon handling our restreaming. Got to start 5 different streams.
Mm-hmm.
We have Toph in Canaria. That works.
I mean, hey, that's not that hard to remember.
Just a swap of castles. We see Zap in Black Magic.
Yeah. It's not a bad instant kill.
Zeus Bonk for free equipment. That's a sweeper that can be used. Mm-hmm. And cheapish houses, about 900.
Yeah. Alright, so our runners will be off checking out what is at each of these starting locations that they are able to reach.
Saw a quick hint about something at Crescent Lake, but I unfortunately
No, I
missed
think
it.
that is actually the default text for that. That's not a hint.
I hit check, and ooh, cool, we have Sky 1.
Goodness, okay. Ramu is going to take that, and those are metal slimes.
If you had a Firecaster item, that would not be a horrible pack to take early.
Oh yeah, and we start out with the Zeus Bonk. So Fenrir is going to take out Garland here, most likely.
Get that early XP and the princess freed. Plus getting access to those
you
3
are not
boxes.
Muted in the Discord.
And we have a bottle in Topher, so that's our first item found.
Mm-hmm.
And a white shirt and
white
herb.
Shirt
that
and
white
the herb.
shirt.
That is going to be a
crystal
for Ramu. Pick up a couple shards in the shard boxes. Take that princess for later.
do expect to see a lot of the incentive items coming earlier on the map,
Mm-hmm.
but it's always fun to see because that one
Yeah.
item you'd expect to be could be just never found, like the floater being a no-show.
For sure. For sure. That's going to be a bottle at the bottom of the side, Toph. The slab also in the sky.
Still haven't seen what's past Sky 1 at Toph. Ifrit, or
I think
Ifrit's
we're about
going
to.
that way as
I
well.
think Ramu is nearly done checking. Actually, no.
I'm just gonna save and leave. Down 2 party members and no life magic. I don't blame them.
Yeah, completely fair. Ifrit is going to check Sky now. Gonna run afoul of those metal slimes at this early level. You can't really deal with them that easily.
Really, if they had found Fire 2 or Fire 3 or had a caster item that could deal with fire, it'd be a take that fight just to be safe because it's a huge early XP bump.
Oh, for sure.
But run for now. What they're really looking for is like a quick early eye find and hopefully not have any insta-death stuff.
That is a good amount of money in those boxes, though, so... Fenrir's getting geared up. Ramu is just now checking those Toph boxes. Carbuncle is checking Sky. One of the few things you can check, and I believe Fenrir is going to start heading up to Toph Sky.
As is Shiva moonwalking on screen, and we did see a quick check. We do not have free bridge, so often a function of our randomizer, but they gotta find that one. No early progression advantages.
No early progression advantages. So that means they can't visit Dwarf either. Right? Or can they?
I don't know if we do have early progression, I should say. There's no free bridge is what I meant there. Being my confusing statement with flags that have existed for quite some time.
Yep. I'm just gonna check that real quick.
We do have the flags for this race.
Yes, we do have early open progression, so they can visit Dwarf after this, but it is a little bit of a walk. That is going to be Fire, or like Volcano 3, into Cardia.
The westmost Cardia Isle.
That's your bridge.
And the shard. So it's 3 incentive items across that entire entrance sequence.
Yep. So that is pretty nice. Of course, you don't have the ability to warp out of there just quite yet, so you're gonna have to reverse dive your dungeon.
I do not know if save on game over is enabled. If you still have the flags up, checking that would be appreciated.
I still do have the flag sets.
When running the entrance and
we do not.
It's a common safeguard, but if not, then
hey, so we do not have save on game over on.
That just adds to the chaos, and we approve. I mean, it's the finals. It has to have some risk. Don't risk it for the biscuit.
Indeed. Ifrit going to be the first out of the reverse. And going to
check Toph for two boxes, or if it's not dwarfs, whatever's there.
So what is behind dwarfs? Let's find out. That is Marsh.
Marsh B2. And actually gonna check the link box just in case. We have seen it where an incentive item was gated behind the link box. So finding Marsh Top or Marsh Middle got access to the item, and runners forgot the link box existed when they found Marsh Middle and got stuck without the item.
Oof. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that box often, so maybe that's something to consider. My next run.
And Brack at Elflin, which I believe was located at Matoya Cave, so that's great magic.
Incredible magic.
Insta-death for certain fiends, and fast to double the damage off your swinging Legendary Sword Thief or your extra hit chance fighter.
Yep.
Plus, we'll get access to level 4 magic, whatever it is, and
Oh yeah,
Fenris
let's
in the
get level
Sky
4.
Maze, apparently.
Fade at level 4. You'll love to see it.
So we've got another Cardia treasure. This is
And
the
then that's Fire
incentive.
3. Wait, hold up. Fire 3 with those metal slimes on the first floor of Sky?
First fast encounter. We got the TNT coming out of that Cardia treasury and the Oxyale. So that's actually, yeah, this is the Matoya Cave, and then Elfland is at... No? Elfland is the Matoya Cave. So where is Fenris at?
Fenrir, I believe, dived dwarf?
Oh, yes. Well, okay, so that's deeper than the... That's what is beneath Marsh Mid.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe this is something else. Or no, we're gonna see after this. Yeah, that is
Yes.
beneath Marsh Mid.
And then Marsh Bottom is at Melmond.
Provoca.
Correct. I'm getting my cities. Melmond has a peninsula all to its own.
Yeah, Melman's the one that's bad.
Well, I thought that was Onrak. But that was mostly for hotels. And Gaia for clinics.
Yeah. Well, Melman doesn't have a clinic either.
True. Gaia has a clinic, it's just hidden away. And there's the
That's
ship.
gonna be the ship. Yep.
A French vanilla ship, because Marsh Bottom is actually Provoca, just no pirates.
That's gonna be the crown there as well in the Cardia. That is at the bottom of Dwarf.
Huge props to our duo of trackers, Mechlin and Iker, dealing with 5 runners all at once, doing shard hunt.
Oh yeah, it is not an easy undertaking to do that much tracking.
Runners hoping to get the key out of at least one of these chests in Marsh, so they don't have to come back, but instead they get plenty of incentive items, including the chime and the cube. So they don't have to worry about any shuffled chime lock if that's enabled, or at least access to Mirage Tower when they get there.
Yes.
One of my favorite
I'll go check
randomized
those flags.
location flags.
That is not shuffle chime access, so access to Mirage is enabled. Ramu going to go on that ship back to Corneria to do a quick little shopping trip, or healing trip rather.
Party pickup at a known good location. They expect a straight down shuffle to check what's at Elfland and Elf Castle. Then we have access to Northwest Castle and the Marsh entrance. No guaranteed city locations.
Yep.
And there
Oh,
is
that's
the...
Vampire Floor.
And Crescent Lake, so that is a city.
That is a city. That is a check, not necessarily a key item check, but a check nonetheless.
Shop item check, found nothing of note. Not even gonna bother with the armor or checking level 6 magic, which at this point, not really a necessary thing.
Yeah, you're so low level at this point that you're not casting that level 6 magic for a while. That's gonna be the floater. Hello.
Well, the canoe is now the big ticket item, unless we have the Luffy dock enabled, in which case the canoe or the canal would be the big ticket item to get access to the airship. Now, we don't have the rod yet, but we do have Oops All Loose, so the rod could actually be here on Vampire Floor. That's why Remuth is actually going through here.
Yes, indeed.
It's always hilarious when the key to a locked location is inside the place where you normally not think it would be. The same floor.
Sometimes you just gotta take that gamble.
Is the cube somewhere in Mirage Tower?
Maybe. That's some gold. It's not what you're looking for.
Obviously, they have the cube. That's just an example. But either way, Fenris going to be going into Marsh to get the ship. Meanwhile, Ifrit digging up the magic as Fenris is digging
Oh,
out the
that's a
incentive
canal.
items. Okie dokie, that's access to the outer sea, that's Melmond Peninsula, potentially the Luffy Dock, otherwise access to whatever's at Crescent as well.
Mm-hmm. What's behind this tile?
That is a walking, roaming war mech on Carmichael's screen. Will we see any of our runners who know it exists come back here?
Oh, that's just a straight up pro ring.
Pringle. I have to ask, were you one of the kids who liked Pringles? And if so, did you ever take the empty cans, put them on your fists, and make act like that sword or something? You were Wolverine for some reason. You were...
My chip of choice was Lay's Stacks. They're like the Lay's version of Pringles, and they tasted better probably because they had ungodly amounts of seasoning on them, and they were not healthy to be consuming an entire can in a day. I did so anyways.
They also came in a plastic can, if I remember correctly. Or plastic tube.
Yeah, plastic tube.
It wasn't circular, though. It was oblong to fit the chips more protectively.
Yes.
I only remember that because they were sold for the longest time at Dollar Tree.
Ah, yes. Okay. Ramu going to fight Vampire real quick.
May as well full clear and hope that the vampire's hiding the stick behind his back.
Mm-hmm. But I got nothing to hide. Totally. Damage poison upon you. Yep.
Well, so much for that. All the items that were in there evidently not worth keeping.
Yep.
So just going to go ahead and check what's at Marsh and Northwest Castle.
Mm-hmm. Shiva checking those level 4 magic shops, trying to determine what to grab. Fade, unfortunately, I think barred from the Red Mage? Unless they just picked it up, and
Northwest Castle is mermaid floor,
oh,
so
mermaid
we're going
floor.
to get
Amazing.
a chance to check
So
bubbles.
So many checks.
Do we get a carbonation?
We're taking that walk. Coral sword.
Plus, that is actually really good weapon for the fighter. Our first good weapon to find a fighter with the plus 20 hit. That's gonna make a difference.
Yeah. For sure. What else? What else does they have?
Harm 4 at level 6. That's a good sweeper. And
it's less good than
Ice
Fade.
3.
Temper in that first level 6 slot. You love to see it.
It's not bad to have Harm 4 because it's on a different level than your Fade.
Fenrir going to pick up that floater. Not looking like there's too many key items down here. Just a couple shards.
Every shard counts.
Every shard does count.
Fenrir is now going into the vampire floor, as is Shiva. Will they wipe to the vampire? We shall see. Meanwhile, after taking out all the stuff from Mermaid's floor, Ramu is into the marsh check, or going towards words.
Marsh. Alright, so let's see what is down there. That is going to be Gaia.
Bottle popped immediately. Access to some level 7 and level 8 magic checks, and another store to find
that is a ruby. Alright.
So the the Titan's Tunnel Warp is now unlocked, and hey, a ribbon plus 2. That is huge to find because they're all loose. Of course, only 2 of those party members even would need the ribbon, with the Blur Sing to learn Lamp for the White Mage to give them Resist All, and then the Fighter already having Resist All.
If you're not taking notes and you're not like seeing it in the level 1 magic shop, it is kind of tricky to remember that sometimes. But
Ooh.
Ramu did put it on the Black Mage, so I think they do remember that.
One thing Ramu also found out there is we have unrunnables enabled. That was an unrunnable pack of wolves.
Oh, that's fun.
Fenrir and Shiva did get past the vampire, found some money, and now have to run it out. Meanwhile, Ramu going in to deal with the vampire, as is Ifrit. Of course, we know that the next place to go is actually outside the inner sea.
Yes, yes. Unless you want that ribbon, you know?
Well, to anyone who hasn't already been to Gaia.
Yes, yes.
Ramu, the only one who has, and finds poison again, but this time with the Coral Sword and Zap, hopefully gonna kill the vampire.
Not quite. There it
Banished
goes.
to the 4th dimension. There you got R. And only gonna find out that it's just some money. But it is a battle they likely had to go through.
Might as well get it out of the way now.
Fun fact about the Shard Hut, if the floor behind it isn't gating anything spectacular, that literally could be a completely pointless fight, or could go to a dead end.
Yeah, entrance shuffle is funny in that way.
Fenris and Carbuncle both looting their way through mermaids. One mermaid eliminated. Fenrir, will you take out Bubbles? Carbonate away. Ooh, an ice +2, and there it is. Fenrir carbonating Bubbles. Carbuncle, shall you do the same? And yes, we do. We have a dual carbonation.
Oh, no.
Ooh, very aggressive.
That was two
triple
nothing
try.
here's. Yep. That's gonna cost Carbuncle.
Couple strikes checked up there, but didn't get out on swings. Was able to actually make contact with the mermaid.
Shiva
No,
picking up
Rimuru.
that canal.
And Rimuru back up into the ocean, or the inner sea. Gonna check. Did they not
again?
go to Dwarfs yet?
Maybe.
They do have the canal, so they can get out of the inner sea.
Take out those unrunnable wolves. Do a quick
Not having
reset.
seen any substantial any substantial encounters.
Oh, yeah, doesn't look like they went to dwarfs yet, so gonna be picking up all of that good stuff in the dwarf area.
Yep, it will go through the maze and then a Cardia with several chests. But this also makes sense for some of the other runners going to places where Rimuru has already been. So there isn't any substantial leads. There's going to be some convergence coming up here before anyone gets out of the inner sea.
Fenrir picking up that ribbon.
Everyone knows you got to make your party members pretty. Or at least feel it.
For sure.
Look good, feel good.
Ifrit is going to check that mermaid floor.
No spot of the Warmech for Rimuru. I keep reading it as Rimuru, but I guess I've got Tensura on the mind, so ignore that.
Yeah. You've also been saying Fenris. Is that how you're supposed to say Fenrir, or?
No, it's Fenrir. I just have been reading other stories, and Fenris is a character who is also a werewolf, and yeah, it's
easy to get confused.
I'm getting multiple fantasy franchises interfering with my Final Fantasy experience, and Fenrir makes it to the Melman check and finds Titan's West, pops the ruby to get access to Titan's East. We'll also check these 4 chests. Light Axe +2, a powerful enough weapon plus
That's
a sweeper.
your loot.
And there's the loot. Instrument acquired. immediately puts the light axe onto the white mage with the harm all effect enabled. That's free charges of harm 2 as a sweeper.
Incredible.
And hilariously, it takes to Earth Cave. So one more check left on the Melman Peninsula, and that's Titan's East, which is actually at Earth, okay? So is this Earth? It would be hilarious. We got a sea connector floor.
Let's see what's beyond it. The cardio with nothing in it!
One of the many womps. I believe the pun played into that, but I mean, we can't commentate Curse. This is all a vodcast, so we can say whatever and it will have no effect on the outcome.
Indeed. Because that's exactly how that works.
We don't need to test causality effects on commentator curses.
Picking up that ruby, I believe. And getting the ribbon.
If we're getting the ribbon, but has too many items. Nope, just had one room available, so it works out. Fenrir now heading south. Gonna check for northwest docks, or northern docks, I'd assume, because they do not have the canoe. Okay,
yeah,
two
that is
checks
cardio
here.
dog.
Agama floor and a good chunk of money, so this is a good number of checks plus a continuation beyond this floor. Still haven't seen a single fiend, so this is more info going, and at this point Fenrir actually does have the exploration advantage.
Yeah.
Grey War tile, not horrible.
Okay, finding another Zeus Funk down there.
Plenty of caster items have been found, so magic charges with these lower levels aren't the biggest of issues, and there is the key.
Interesting.
We haven't found any locations other than Marsh that actually have any key checks, so getting the key now. Oh, and Toph. So there's 3 boxes in Toph, 3 boxes in Marsh that they might have to go back to. Finding the key earlier, before you find dwarves, by any of the royal castles.
Yep. And they already have the TNT, so when they do find dwarf, they can turn that in and get all the checks there.
That is a vanilla Agama tile, and Fenrir.
And that is a Provoca.
Yeah, Carbuncle finding Provoca. I missed where they walked into, but we will see eventually. It might be Crescent?
It might be Crescent. I'm gonna get just a cabin from there. Let's check that armor shop. What you got? Silver +1? Solid. Although I'm not gonna purchase it.
Matoya Cave looks like to be the second entrance. Matoya Cave is beneath this first entrance in the Bahamut Island. We don't have...
That is going to be the X-Cal. Hello. Put that
Legendary
on your
sword on the thief with an X-Cal +3. Bingo. That coral sword could go on the red mage, I believe, for Shiva, so that can still be used. Of course, Shiva's the only one who has it.
But yeah, that X-Cal is going to make things a lot easier for Fenrir. And everyone else when they get to it. Which Carbuncle and Ramu are currently on that same floor that leads to Matoya and the X-Cal.
Yep, and Provoca is Bahamut top. I have to mention one of our runners, or one of our trackers may or may not have been a runner, so they have all the notes for the locations. We're gladly able to tap into those. If we have any questions, we can read through the notes.
For sure.
They are not providing any spoilers to the end, but they are at least providing us some intel that we may or may not glean for tracking purposes. Notice the fire +6 armor. That is mega upgrade for the fighter out of Matoya's cave.
Wow, yeah. just slap down on the fighter and not really taking damage up until endgame.
There's Invis 2 and Cure 4 at level 2 white, and our level 2 black magic has Nuke.
Oh.
And Lock 2 just for bonus value.
Incredible. Incredible level 2 shop.
That is a juicy. Like extra thick juicy.
Yeah, Nuke and Fade early in those first 4 levels. Chef's kiss.
Fenrir heading towards, looks like the Ryokon desert where Mirage is.
Oh, yep, and there is in fact a dock there. So we're going to be able to see what Mirage leads to because of the chime that our runners picked up earlier.
Save
Or-
and ooh, Fenrir's gonna check
No.
burning off, and it's
Yeah, no.
dwarves
The
with
dwarf?
the key in hand
With the key, with the TNT.
and the
With the
adamant. So
adamant,
this will be a
too.
full clear of dwarfs. Gets a Vorpal, so that's another crit capable sword, but don't expect that to be used until promotion when the X-Cal can be shoved onto the knight.
Yep, that's a tail.
And
Speaking of promotion, eh?
still have to find Bahamut, but that does unlock that possibility. There's
And
the
there's
canoe.
the
That is
canoe.
access to the skies.
Indeed.
And a good chunk of shards. Shiva, meanwhile, goes through the Bahamut check and is actually going to on-rack. Not the correct direction to get at...
That's Ramu
access
in
to
on-rack,
most
but that
things.
is Corneria Castle.
We will get to see what is in Canaria locked. Because the prince
Yes.
and the king and princess had Jack and Squat to give.
Absolutely nothing. Your early game chests. This 378G has been passed down the royal line for generations.
Unfortunately, inflation has reduced the value of this currency, but here's the currency nonetheless.
That is a Bane sword. And also, like, 10 times more gold in the treasury than... But, you know,
I
that
mean-
300 odd gold is special.
And first in the air is Fenrir with
All right.
2915 or thereabouts. We had our check for Crescent. We get the Ice
Oh, hi,
Connector
Sky.
into Sky 3. Will CC's provide the only item left to find, the rod? Because this is a pretty fast clearing.
Oh, yeah. Wow,
Funny
I
enough,
wasn't
we
even
still haven't
paying
seen a
attention.
single fiend.
I wasn't even paying attention to the key items. We already have almost all of them.
Yep, the rod is the only unseen item, as well as no fiends to be seen.
Yeah, no
Of course, the
fiends to be
fiends
seen.
only matter for the shards. Two shards for the fire and earth fiends, 4 shards for the sky and sea fiends.
Indeed. Yeah, shard routing is a big part of shard hunt. Do you take those easier fiends, knowing that they give less shards, or do you take those high yield fiends that may be more dangerous?
Honestly, at this point, if you've got the levels, given some of the gear that they've been taking, those fights seem good. I mean, Fenrir with level 12 across the board isn't horrible, but the scaling could be tricky. They gotta account for that.
Now, they do have fast on the Black Mage as well as temper from that level 6 slot, so they can buff.
And buffing that X-Cal equipped Thief or that Ice 2+ 20% hit fighter right now is do damage. You see that R Hydra with that fighter with the Ice Sword did 300 plus damage at level 12. It's matching the damage output of those nukes. Ooh, Unrunnable Rock Gulls. Gonna see more XP gain that way for Fenrir if they survive.
They're gonna survive that.
High roll nukes plus a 4 hits for 400 damage X-Cal, and there's level 14. So 2 levels gained just on this floor for Fenrir.
Solid.
Definitely
solid.
going to take the short walk out and save before continuing.
Not a bad play at all.
Carbuncle isn't just burning off an encounter, is actually going to use that quick check to find the 4 quadrants, what encounters are there. Finds sandworms, but we've already seen a trap tile with sandworms.
Yep.
So not going to take that fight.
Yeah, Carbuncle
Meanwhile-
going to full clear dwarf as well as Ifrit.
And Fenrir finishes clearing out Sky as Rimuru comes in.
Marsh one.
One is a slime, the other one is a...
Beard Man.
I mean, technically Rimuru could look like Ramu if they... Never mind. We have Marsh split here behind Sky 3, so that is a choice of going up or down. We're going to see what is up from Fenrir. And it is ironically vanilla Marsh top. We've seen one of the boxes, but there are still 3 more.
Yep. See, Shard. Oh, that's an unrunnable.
I mean, they've got Zeus Bonks, they've got Harm, and these are low-level enemies compared to what they've just faced on Sky, so there you go. Even using the Lit Axe to save some charges, and another unrunnable pact.
Yep. Oh no! Darkness! They even have improved darkness on.
Whether we have it or not, casting doesn't matter.
True.
Get the intel for anyone who doesn't know, that left chest is the linked chest, and since we have the chest open flag enabled, one of the great new additions to the randomizer as of late, we can see that box is the one that was already opened from the other floor. In a randomizer like this, where you have to track back to find an item that may be hidden in a locked room, or you forgot where you've been, just going in and seeing one of those boxes open, going, oh, I've been here, and go away.
Alright, so we do actually have increased dark penalty on for this flag set, so dark actually does something.
Interesting, and woo, we are on to the Earth 1 floor. Fenrir not bothering to check the chest at the top and bottom. I mean, they are a bit of a walk away. Just wants to see what's beneath here. Finds the 3rd floor volcano. Into
Ramu
Mirage
doing
2,
some
greater than
shopping.
Reston.
Ramu doing some shopping back in Corneria. You know, if you know what it is, where it is, you might as well do it. Gonna pop into ice here, and it's actually going to be ordeals.
Not even bothering, thinking it's not worth the time to go because they know what's there. Gonna check other entrances and come back for that, and I don't blame them. Finds Waterfall. It's similarly a dead end to a guaranteed thing, but it's a much shorter run-in without a maze, so I don't mind it. And there is the Rod. That is full items acquired for Fenrir.
Alright.
Carbuncle gonna get that as well. And hey, Shiva finding Volcano Armory. Gonna double check where that was located, but that is a huge chunk of boxes. We know there won't be any more items to be found there, but the shards are what matters now. Shards and levels.
For sure. Oh, I believe that is a Fiend on remove screen. Or on Lich floor.
2 shards located. Ooh, there's a Katana +3.
Oh.
You can put the X-Cal on the Thief, or you can put the Katana on it. The
Depending
Katana
on the
promotion.
situation.
Yep.
Yeah, and yeah, if you promote, you get the Katana on the Thief, and you let the fighter have the X-Cal.
Of course, if you need the crit stick, you do have the Vorpal we got from the Adamant turn-in. That might be better in the final fight with Chaos, if we have a vanilla Chaos. And Fenrir finding the Mirage, or the Mirage Tower check goes into, or the greater than less than floor going up into the Q block. So vanilla there.
Yep. And that is going to be ice.
Ice in the sky. Technically, most clouds are made of tiny particles of ice, so yeah.
Alright. Some fun runnable mages. Not too threatening.
Another really good sword coming out of this volcano. That was a sun
Oh.
+2. If we hadn't already
That's-
seen so many dang good swords,
That's a
probably
walking
better.
grind on an eye for Ramu. Finding the spider floor.
Sky 2, not the densest of locations, but a lot of good chests and some good off-tile encounters, as you saw the eye being there.
Mm-hmm.
Fenrir finding a gold bracelet plus. Definitely going to pick that up. +3 gold bracelet can go on any of the party members.
Still looking for that rod, I think.
Fenrir has the rod.
Oh, I'm talking about Ramu. Sorry.
Yes.
Ramu, still looking for that rod, I think.
Pretty much everyone that isn't Fenrir looking for the rod.
Mm-hmm.
But as we've seen so far, the rod doesn't necessarily seem to be necessary. We know where Topher is, or Toph is to get to Topher.
It's just a matter of...
C-split right took us to the Q block, so Fenrir and Carbuncle still have C-split left to check. Ifrit on their way through the Mirage, greater than less than, gonna have to get there as well.
Some nice shards, though. Actually, yeah, that's probably a reason to check those boxes that is not rod related. Gonna end up in Dead End Cardia. Going to find another shard. But other than that, not much for Ramu.
Dragon Armor +2 out of the Ice Wolf 6-pack in Ice. Definitely solid promo armor for the Knight.
Ifrit on less than greater than, about to find that rod.
Finishes up the item select quest. Now just needs, I believe, 5 more shards. It's 24 shards required to get into Topher with these
It's 28.
Okay. 9 more shards. A noticeable difference in quantity. Of course, Fenrir checking items, not going to bother checking the drop down. It's one chest and would require an entire loop back, so I don't blame them. Plus, the fast track exit, even if it's deeper, that ice exit will take you out of the location, so saves a lot of movement. Fenrir checking, finds both ice or waterfall and doesn't take it, then checks ice cave and doesn't take that either, so not bothering those low chest density allocations. Gold bracelet +4.
Lefeinian at the Sarda cave. No superstore though.
Lich was at Titan's West, so that's going to be a couple shards and orb lit for Fenrir if Lich goes down easy.
Oh, Shiva finds the carry floor.
That is another 2 shards available for that fight.
Nice. Ramu checking elf locked. War mech in a box.
That is the Masa. With all the dang good swords we've seen so far, and not even gonna bother to take that fight. I don't blame them.
Mm-hmm.
Their levels are low. They don't need the Masa with all the weapons they've got already.
Yep.
Continues checking the Cardia Isles, finds the Sea Sharknado floor.
Mm-hmm.
And then meanwhile, Ifrit finding the Sky Bridge. The Bridge of Destiny to go to Tiamat. Another 4 shards on order.
Heck yeah, the Bridge of Destiny! Yeah, let's see it. Tia 1 fight coming in.
Carry 1 fight alongside it. Going for the buff strats for the Thief with that Excal. Do not blame ya. Ice Sword coming in 4 hits for 7. versus
4
4
hits,
hits for 330. Now a fast coming out, that's going to be up to 8 hits unless this is an evasive Ifrit, or an evasive Tia.
Tia.
Brackstrats don't land. Sword hit 87 damage. Cure 4 on the White Mage, just make sure it stays 5s. 8
Shiva
hits
through
for
carry.
700. That's a heavy hit, but Tia still survives. Nuke coming out, not getting
Oh,
the
this
kill.
scaling is
X-Scout comes out,
diabolical.
and
There it goes.
that is 4 shards for Ifrit and 2 shards for Shiva, having cleared out carry in the meantime.
Meanwhile, we see Ramu on Earth 2, leading back into Astos Castle. Turn in that crown right there. A ruse stick. Not
Definitely
bad.
take that fight. We have the white shirt, which is free invis 2 on a stick, but Ruse is a full 2 stacks of evasion on an item. So you want both, usually. The full evasion panoply, of course, being the defense sword, the Ruse stick, and the white shirt. Melmondafak is located at Gaia, so that's going to be access to the translation. And we know where Lefein is, but of course that's one check with no superstore. So the idea of anyone going to Lefein at this point, even if they do have it translated,
Yeah.
very...
Oh, high exit and life. That's gonna be super helpful.
At level 5, with the levels they've got now, they have the charges for it. Bane and Lit 3, handy spells to have.
Shiva in the sky now. Ooh. I'm jumping dicey on my end. Hello?
Fenrir raiding Lich's storage halls, Lich's armory. At this point, just needs 5 more shards. Rimu needing 6 shards, and Ifrit also only needing 5 more shards.
It's looking like a close race, folks.
As it should be. I mean, this is the finals. We see who will win. Mr. Robot having a shard or 2, both in the stockpile, and ooh, there's another loose ribbon in the Lich's armory. So that is, minus having to learn 1 spell on the White Mage, a full resist all for Fenrir's party.
Incredible.
Ramu finding Sarda. Sarda has gold, resets out of Sarda. Do not blame them. That was Cardia Forest, it looks like.
Freet also going to find Sarda, get some gold, not reset out.
Interesting choices to run, but at this point, I think Fenrir really just wants to find Kraken, get those 4 shards. We saw where Tia was, so not going to be finding her in this dive, but that's 4 shards either found.
You know what would be funny? If Kraken is beneath Earth, like beneath the rod.
So the Sea Shrine is hidden in a cave underwater. Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. Alright. Ramu making the trek down to Lefein, or Lefein's vanilla location.
Loose steak, which taking that fight for sure. It may hit for a lot, but it's also very juicy meat.
Oh yeah.
6k across a 4-man party. And if that is a first encounter off that landing location, that could be a grind option.
True.
Of course, 28 shards to get into Topher, but levels me need.
That is going to be on rack.
I believe that's our the only location we have not seen yet on stream, I believe, is Waterfall Check. So if this isn't Kraken, then Kraken is either beneath the rod plate, as you said, or...
Oh, no, there's Kraken. Or no, that's a different
this is
seafloor.
left side 1.
Ah. Getting my seafloors mixed up.
Honestly, I didn't remember the namings or locations almost any of these floors until I started playing the randomizer, because I just muscle memoried every time I played the game.
Oh, for sure. I believe I've said it before, but Final Fantasy 1 is now the Final Fantasy I know most about because of this randomizer.
Opal +4 coming out of the Elf Prince. That is mega armor. So we see the gold +4 is for sale somewhere, and an Opal +4. So these mages are going to have excellent armor, pre-promotion or not.
Mm-hmm.
Fenrir finds the Masa chest, is going to check, and may take actually going to chuck it on the thief. Going to buff the thief to take the fight, I'd assume.
Yep.
Yep, Invis or White Shirt, so free Invis 2 cast and fast cast coming out.
Oh, you love to see it happening before that first swing comes out. 497 on into the robot.
Robot uses Stomp effective, but not critically so. Temper comes out. Lit 2 is a free turn against a Warmech.
Mm-hmm.
Ice Sword does nothing. Temper comes out again. It's before the swing. Swing comes out. 5 hits or 579 damage on that swing.
Yeah.
This is a armored mech, and the X-Cal does not get any bonuses other than it just being a highly buffed sword.
Mm-hmm.
Another Lit 2 cast. Another basically free turn.
Maintaining that health on the thief. And that's going to be a Warmech down.
29k experience across 4 party members for a Masa -1. That is almost a womp, but it is technically an upgrade over the Ice +2, so that immediately goes on the fighter.
It's still a Masa.
Shiva on the Earth 1 floor is going to check these lower boxes, finds Ice Armor +5. With the Flame Armor +6, that is solid promotion armor for both the fighter and the ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we saw the Dragon Armor picked up +2 from one of our runners earlier.
Yep.
So that's possibly the better choice for the Knight at promotion, but they also have the Resist All, so I mean, whichever has better Absorb.
Mm-hmm. Carbuncle taking on the Lich fight. Fenrir checking Sky 3.
And Ifrit picking up the Opal +4.
No, that's Sky 2. The spider floor.
Ifrit only 2 shards away. I believe that the question is, does Ifrit take this fight against Warmech? That's the question we'll have to ask all of the runners, and no.
That's a no.
If it turns out that no is taking the fight,
oh, just had to save before that. Yep.
Ramu's gonna get the. There we go. That is the rod fully cleared in items for our 3rd runner on stream. Fast on the ninja or on the thief. Tornado comes out. Not big stomp and a bit more than lit, but not using evasion tax. It's just going damage, damage, and damage.
Yep.
Fast and then swings and casts.
Yep, that black mage is hanging on by a thread.
Hopefully, for Ifrit, the black mage survives, because we know just how much XP this fight's going to be.
Oh,
with
yeah,
26
and there it goes.
Shards.
With 9 HP left. Getting all of that good XP.
So few shards left to find. Levels in the low 20s. Would expect Ifrit gonna be our first runner to get back to Toph and into Topher, but I mean, expectations versus reality, we don't know who's running what. I mean,
and that's
at least
everyone
us on comms.
Everyone full clearing the key items. Carbuncle still needs to find that. Rod in less than greater than. You know, it's easy to forget that there's 5 people here.
You can imagine that even us bouncing left, right, up, down, and mid, anyone watching is having to think what we're saying and know which character is where and the what now.
Yeah, especially with entrance floor shuffle, it becomes a little difficult to follow. So my recommendation is maybe just pick one.
And of course, again, huge props and thank you to Mechlin having all these notes available for us. So we actually do have a bit of a list of where things are, not spoiling it for
Whoa.
anyone.
One shard left for Ifrit. Where are you gonna find these things? And
There it
that's gonna
is.
be it. That's go mode.
Exit out, and then we are going to see our first check in what is Topher most likely. I mean, the only thing left to check would be the waterfall and rod lock.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Ifrit is going to check those.
Ramuh, meanwhile, is on the Bridge of Destiny going to Tia. Those far shards for killing Tia will put Ramuh in go mode as well. So, and of course, Carbuncle, now in Elf Castle, gonna decide take the fight or not. And decides Masa -1, not worth it.
Yeah. Good to check that blur thing. Ifrit finding Bahamut, going to promote? Yes,
That explains the check. That was one of the few things that we hadn't seen, and that was one of the few last entrances, so that gets access to the katana or the Vorpal, it seems, in this case. Doesn't have the katana, but puts the X-Cal on the +20 hit fighter who will be yoked.
Alright.
All that promotion armor for the ninja, plus the knight. You've got the shirt on the white mage, you've got the opal bracelet, possibly a gold bracelet. This is a very well-kitted party who just needs some levels.
Fenrir also promoting Ramuh on Tia, about to head into go mode. Off this.
And there is go mode going in. Ooh, a defense sword in the Sharknado room. That is the third of the evasion panoply. Like the Ruse stick, it casts Ruse on a party member, which is 2 stacks of invis. 6 stacks of invis equals full evasion cap. So it's 3 uses to get evasion cap.
All right, viewers, do you remember where Toph is?
Rem actually is going back with the slab, checks Lefeinian because we have the shortcut. It is a quick check and finds the power bonk.
Oh,
that was not incentivized. That was just there, and that is, as you say, huge. Free saber to use on one of those characters. Plus, it is usable armor, and since they don't need a pro ring necessarily, that's a free slot to put it on.
Indeed. Ifrit going into Topher. It is mid Topher.
Mid Topher is pretty much best Topher because it's most definitely not mid. It is simply efficient and accessible, and Ramuh is going back to fight Warmac now.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, wow. Ifrit threw a speed bump.
A what now?
Oh yeah, you know what? Fair. I mean, I didn't even see what happened.
Meanwhile, a Snake Lady being nuked, then diced to bits by a Vorpal, but doesn't get much damage. The Vorpal proving to be inefficient for damage output, but the X-Cal +5 hits 600.
That's a little bit more efficient.
5 for 440 gets it done. Meanwhile, Black Mage down, life in battle is enabled, so the Black Mage comes back up, but Lit 2
when you tank that Lit 2,
down again. Ramuh definitely wants to get those charges from leveling up, but Fire 2, oof. This is our first runner who's actually been wrecked on the choice to fight.
Yeah.
Still sticking out with the life in battle.
Alright, on to Kraken 2. Huge damage.
X-Cal doing a lot, 7 hits, doing 800 plus damage.
What's
there.
His
Fire 3?
Fire 3? Not even worried about it. Everyone resists everything. We're just swinging with the ninja and the knight. And going to take down Kraken 2.
Tier 2 and the final boss to come using cure charges because you've got them and it's faster necessarily than potions for large chunks. Tops it off with potions and then onto some airs before the Tier 2 fight. Meanwhile, Shiva gonna pick up the last 4 shards they need fighting Tier 1.
Indeed.
And Ramu lost the Black Mage but did get the kill onto Wormek, is heading to Canaria and thus into, straight into Toph. Not even bothering to go into Canaria to restock. Had what they needed, housed up, saved, and went. Tier 2 dies to the Vorpal for the final shots, and we are on to the Chaos floor after the Sorcerers just encounter blocking.
Yep.
Dark gaze, just wasting time.
Ramu onto the Lich 2 fight. Fenrir at Kraken 1, I believe, going to get all of that juicy orb shards. All right,
like Shiva gets
final
the
fight.
kill.
Here we go.
Invis stacks going up, fast coming out, going to fast up the knight. We have the X-Cal +5. It doesn't give any bonuses against Chaos, but it's still an X-Cal +5 on a +20 hit percent knight with good gear. Invis 2 coming out for evasion. Ruse coming out for extra evasion. Definitely wanting to make sure that fighter can survive. Using the white shirt for extra evasion stacks. Gonna fast up the ninja just in case. 1 hit for 1 damage. That is an evasive Chaos. Hopefully Lock 2 has been acquired and can stack that up. 8 hits for only 400 damage though.
Yeah, that's... I mean, that is that +20 hit putting in work there.
Heal 2 as a
that is a Lock 2
blanket
coming out.
The heal 2 is a blanket heal to try and top up the body against the small cast damage. 3 hits though, 15 damage. This evasion is definitely going to chump down into the damage output of these party members. 4 hits crit for only 241. Tough Chaos, let alone evasive. Heal 2 coming out for more, bringing up the ninja off its knees. 5 for 230. Fire 3 coming in, only balancing out that heal 2 damage.
Yeah,
6,
I mean,
240.
It is a beefy Chaos, but it's not a particularly damaging one, it seems.
Nothing yet, but we have not nearly seen all the spells or skills that Chaos has at hand. Swing and a miss. The ninja evaded that hit. Doesn't have any advanced evasion. Maybe 2 invis stacks on it. Fade comes out for 270. Nuke coming out. Going for 161. Low roll on the nuke. The Vorpal matching the damage 166. Then we 7 hits for, wow, only 180.
Yeah, wow.
Not all that much damage.
Meanwhile, Ramu is on Tier 2 and Fenrir is on Carry 2.
If something goes wrong, Ifrit is not guaranteed to win this. The other runners are on out, but Fenrir resetting out. Looks like they wiped or lost characters. There is a nuke taking out the Black Mage and sending the rest of the party on their knees.
Oh wow, that's not the damage numbers you want to be seeing on that. Ramu into the Chaos fight.
Clearing out all the ninja. The Cure 4 comes out to bring the knight up to its legs, but the white mage is still balanced. And the Cure 4 coming out. Does it go before the swing? Yes, it does.
All you
so
need
that is 2
good
party
damage
members
on
up.
that fighter.
Life magic is available with a couple charges. Going to try and bring up the black mage. Still has a ninja down. The fighter coming out gets the
that's
kill.
terminated.
GG's. The winner of the Lefeinian ladder for this season is Ifrit, whichever runner that may be.
With a time of 1 hour and 27 seconds.
GG's in chat for the past and the success for the runner. Meanwhile, Ramu, our second runner into Chaos fight, going with the Lock 2, did not promote, does not have access to that Vorpal, or that X-Cal on the fighter, I should say. He's going to be using either the Ice Sword or something similar.
Probably
Lit 2
getting that
takes
thief
out,
up.
Lit 2 takes out the Black Mage. Not getting all that much damage. We see the Power Bonk being used, having picked that up out of Lefein. Trying to bring the fighter up in damage output.
I'll be honest.
Still
This is
swinging with the ninja. Cure 4 coming out to try and keep the thief alive. The thief dies.
Yeah, I'll be honest. This is kind of a dicey chaos fight, more so than Iker, who is the Ifrit runner.
Well, our tracker knew what was coming, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
GG's to Iker, who is, we might want him to talk it through a little once we get everyone going.
Yeah. Oh, big damage. 1403.
Nuke takes out the white mage. This is an all-fighter,
come
no
on.
heals, and
Oh.
Ice 2 whacks it. Ramu
Bounce.
is out. Meanwhile, Fenris on the carry 2 fight again. Carbuncle did promote,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll have access to all the gear. Shiva running through some locations, already has the shards and items, could be going, probably just trying to look for promotion.
Yeah. It seems that Fenrir has been having some trouble on these fiends refights. Oh, yeah, that's a nuclear from Lich.
French Vanilla
wonder.
Lich 2.
Yeah?
Normally in the randomizer, Lich 2 is less scary than it would normally be, because normal Lich in the vanilla game, Lich 2 in the vanilla game, does have a nuke as a first cast. It is thin, substantially more thin than the other fiends, but if you get caught out, it could do so much damage.
For sure.
Shiva picking up that Orpal +4 as Fenrir is fighting through the Kraken 2. Ramu taking care of Carrie, gonna go to the Kraken 2 fight here after.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be 1199 damage for the Terminated on Kraken 2 onto Tia 2.
Carbuncle on carry fight or on the carry floor resets out. It's only 2 more shards, and they are 4 shards short. So that explains why they're looking for one of those bigger fiend fights or a tight chest location, so they can get as many or enough shards. And of course, they have not seen the rod. It looks like, so there's several locations they have not been that others have cleared.
Indeed. Like that less than greater than floor.
Mechlin, our tracker, questioning what Carbuncle's doing.
Well, looking around.
The question of the question of the who is the who, and getting the power bonk, that is definitely value. Of course, has promoted, so you see the dragon armor equipped, you got the shields and the armor on the ninja.
That's going to be Fenrir through Tia 2.
Second runner to make it to, or third runner to make it to Chaos. Second runner, or the second of our still standing runners to be there.
Mm-hmm.
How will a promoted Fenrir take this fight versus the unpromoted Ramu? Swing, swing, white shirt and fasting the night with the X-Cal, understandable move.
I feel like this
Fire
might
3
go
comes
better.
out.
This might go better for Fenrir than for Ramu because of that promotion and because you have those 2 damage dealers in the fighter and the ninja.
Interesting moment. We don't see an X-Cal. That was the Masa -1 on the ninja and the Vorpal +1 on the knight. So trying more in the way of crit than just sheer damage output.
I mean, yeah, because those crits ignore Chaos's ludicrous absorb, as we've seen. So, I don't hate it.
Yeah, and you don't get the elemental bonus of the
Remove.
X-Cal. So we see Lock 2 coming out, more invis. Katana, or the Masa swing, 7 hits, only 200, so we know there is nuke on this Chaos, so Cure 4 focusing on the white mage to keep it alive, which is a good idea because it just took a huge punch. Nuke low rolls.
I will say, there is nuke on that Chaos, but it's a pretty deep nuke. So if those crits deal enough damage, then it could be that Fenrir doesn't even see the nuke at all.
6 hits for 500. Fire 3 comes out. That's going to take out the Black Mage. No more fast casts available. Will they choose life over cure? Gonna cure forward, bring the fighter or the knight back up to full health. 4 hits, only 120. Fire 3 comes in again. That chip damage brings them low enough that the nuke could take out any runner or any of their party members except for the knight. 4 hits for 610. That temper up on the Vorpal actually making a difference. We're not seeing any more cast. We're seeing swing, swing, wait, and that is a
And
kill.
that's kill for Fenrir. GG's. Time of 106.48.
Meanwhile, we have Ramu in the fight yet again. The thief on its face. That was 9 hits for 1,000 damage. The knight or the fighter doing damage big. Nuke low rolling. Fire gonna swing. Wait. Fire 3 takes out the black mage. It's
Black
2
mage
men
down.
standing.
865.
All the fast and temper doing the damage. It's the
Stars
Masa.
don't do anything. That's gonna be terminated for Ramu. With a time of 107.23.
The Masa proving its value.
107.19,
doing so
rather.
much more damage than that X-Cal.
Sure, and the reveals of Wheelbear and Fryteeth are second and third place runners.
G to the G's to our runners. Shiva and Carbuncle both fighting fiends. Shiva in Topher though. Carbuncle going ahead and finding Tia to get the final shard, so Carbuncle will be able to fall in, but is at such low levels on the Black Mage, I believe, level 19. We've seen how deadly the Chaos fight could be. Those low levels could make a big difference in the survivability.
Yep. Of course, with enough crits, it doesn't really matter that too much.
Carbuncle checking level 7 white magic because they
For life
figure
2.
out life 2 had to be somewhere. They've got
Not
the levels.
bad
That's a
pickup.
full heal revive, which we've seen. The life in battle only putting you at like 30, 40 health does not survive a quick sweeper. So life 2 could be much more valuable.
And then this is also picking up something from Provoca, the Cure 4.
Putting it on the knight, wanting that magic for the non-caster characters. Nuke and Lock 2 for the ninja. Or at least just Nuke.
Yeah. I mean, some fun things to do after promoting.
Invis 2 coming out. We've seen the katana is actually in the hands of Shiva, so that is swinging for a good crit. Fire 3 instead of ice magic, so, or lightning, so Kraken dying with a different element to be swung, but Shiva through the kill. Meanwhile, Carbuncle, our last runner to get into Toph, and into Topher, back to the past. Encounters some worms, runs from the worms, heads to the Lich floor, as Shiva makes it to the Tia 2 floor and into the Tia 2 fight. Swing. Fast and... Ooh, stop hits on the ninja, that is annoying.
Yep.
4 for 374 comes out before the fast. We got the white shirt on the black mage, so not using the black mage's charges, just opting to use that for...
Oh yeah, that's Carbuncle right at level 20 going into Topher, going into Lich 2 with that nuke? I mean, you can take out a Lich 2, but like, I don't know about the rest.
Well, we shall see. Meanwhile, Shiva getting the termination on to Tia 2 has a few steps to go to get to the Chaos fight. Will be our 4th runner to hit Chaos. Reasonable levels, reasonable gear, switching the fighter up front with the X-Cal 3. Gonna choose whether or not to move the sword. Has the Vorpal, gonna use that on the fighter. So the katana on the ninja, the Vorpal on the knight, and the ice sword, it looks like, on the red mage.
Yeah. Alright, going into that Chaos fight, we know that it's casting Fire 3 a lot. Not having that White Mage makes the damage on this fight a little more dicey than our other runners. But we do know that the most scary thing is pretty deep into the fight. It is that nuke that comes out much, much later.
The lack of the white mage may not actually be that big of an issue because the red mage can cast the fast on the party members. It also has cure, so it balances out.
Yeah, that early
At
cure
this
for
point.
it does really help out.
Unfortunately, the black mage has died and it had the white shirt, and the cure 4 lands on a corpse. And unfortunately, unlike Life or Life 2, it cannot affect corpses.
Yikes.
Fast on both the ninja and the knight, but no power bonk to get that knight or to buff up the ninja for damage or the knight for damage. So crit matters, but it's not going to make that much damage.
It's doing
Lock 2
a
to
slight
count
bit of
evasion.
damage. It's doing a slight bit of damage, but not really the numbers you want to be seeing on this final fight. I think those numbers are low enough that we will dip into that nuke cast on Chaos. So really, this is actually close between our last two runners because Carbuncle on Tia 2, despite being rather low level, does have the gear necessary to perform and perhaps outperform Shiva.
I believe we have the Vorpal and the Katana equipped for Carbuncle's combat swings. Or no, that's the defense sword in the hands of the knight.
Really? Interesting.
Or was that the ninja? I'm confused as to which is which. The one that's second in the party looks like had the defense sword.
That is going to be a terminated on Shiva's side. GG's. It's going to be a time of 1:13:16. And as we wrap things up here, Carbuncle going into the Chaos fight, level 20.
Yeah, I gotta ask our runner in the center if I'm wrong there. That's the... Oh, it was the Excal, not the defense sword. Okay. Excal on the knight, Vorpal on the ninja.
And as it turns out, our runner in the top left was in fact Franklin.
GG's to Franklin.
Okay, Carbuncle
And the
going
spoiler
into
of spoilers, our final runner is our second tracker, Mechlin89. So, Mechlin, let's see how you did.
Whoa! That's crazy. How could you tell?
Process of elimination and the sprites. I mean, some runners have their signature sprites.
I see. Good. It looks like Franklin is in fact in the waiting room here. So we're going to be able to get Ikir, Franklin, and Mechlin in for some commentary. What? Carbuncle? Once Mechlin finishes up here.
There's that single nuke cast on the ninja, opting to use that instead of swinging. Tempering up to try and buff up the party member. You got the power bonk, you got the temper cast, you've already fasted. 120 damage off that one nuke cast. Maybe worth it. Cure 2, trying to keep the knight up.
Yeah. No, Cure 2 over Cure 4, if you're not trying to full heal, that might be a good thing.
Opting for heal 2 for party health is not a bad option. The Vorpal with all the buffing, doing 500 damage, but also not getting many hits in, even the plus 20 hit. So Lock 2 coming out now to try and help with evasion mitigation.
Yup. Oh, that's going to be a downed Black Mage.
No beholder in the party members, or no functioning beholder. I believe that is a beholder sprite, a undead sprite of some sort.
Oh, that's going to be time. Solid 1:15:52 for Carbuncle, who, oh no, it's actually Mechlin89. GG's. All right.
And with that, we
Jeez,
welcome to the
jeez.
booth Franklin. Mecklin unmutes. Iker, you're welcome to unmute if you have anything to say for winning the event.
GG's, Iker.
GG's, everyone.
Almost had the sub hour. Hello?
Hey, I'm here. Again.
Okay. I
Hey.
think
What happened?
Iker decided to act up right as the race finished.
But what
Perfect
just
timing.
happened? I'm so confused. I saw people get bounced
Shapeless in
around and
air.
oh my. Anyway,
Where were we? Yeah, congrats, Iker, to winning the Lefeinian Ladder League. What are your thoughts on that last run?
GG's, everyone. Every time I run a race, I say when I get floater, someday I will go to Cardia Islands. And, I still didn't today. And I think that won me the game because going up to where Gaia was, it was Melman's and had exit. So I didn't have to walk out of everywhere when I was in the Cardia Islands. And just a lot of people walking out of places.
Mhm.
And that saves a lot of time. I also remembered to get the dark on the. That's why I was looking for promotion. I wanted dark on the ninja. I knew it was level 1, so I had to find that last spot, get the promo, and then go buy dark and go. I don't remember.
Indeed.
Who else remembered that because I know I saw whoever was top left do it. Franklin, I think, did bought dark. I don't know if anybody else did. And so I could leave my ninja in the number 1 spot because he wasn't getting hit. Otherwise,
Word of advice: learn the flags. It will win you the race.
Learn the lure things because the lure thing was right there. Dark evade on ninja or on thief.
I don't remember if I don't think I went back for that either.
Yeah, it was very helpful. I know a few times the ninja got targeted by physical attack and just whiffed.
Yeah.
And that really, I think, saved some of the chaos. I think he attacked him twice for nothing. Turns, even though I wasn't doing a whole lot of damage. I think the other. Yep, go ahead.
No, that would. I guess that would have put the thief agility at like what 180 as a base.
I don't know how that works exactly.
I think that's how it works. So like
Yeah,
a white shirt would essentially be almost full roo stacks.
Let's do math on stream, guys. That sounds like a great idea.
It's crude math. It's okay. It's not exact. Don't try to exact it.
Another thing I think I did right was when in the very, very long sequence in Crescent Lake where it was like level after level and finding Kraken floor and going right and seeing this is a long one. I'm just going to go left instead and finding T-Mat there, I think.
Yeah?
Help with the shards. I think if you went right, you maybe run into Lich or Carry.
Ice cave.
Ice Cave was right.
Yeah, eventually you run into Ice Cave on the right side of C-Split.
I'm pretty sure that all of the runners took Tia as like their last 4 shards.
I think it was my middle 4 shards or so. And I think they got me a little bit of a boost in shard hunt in the shards count.
Oh yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, because I remember there was at least someone who needed like 1 more shard at some point.
I needed 4 at the end, and I passed like 40 boxes up instead because I was looking for Kraken or Tia to get my last 4 shards because I was like, I only have like 3 or 4 entrances left to hunt, and like surely they'll be in one of these entrances, right? And it turned out it was either going to be behind the rod, which I didn't have yet, or in that long Crescent Lake and chain to get to the one side of C-Split that I didn't go through. And yeah, that's where both of the fiends were apparently.
Da-da-da-da-dum.
The vodcast of the top 5.
Yeah.
How did I make it into the top 5? I wasted so much time at the end looking for Bahamut when I didn't need to promote.
Sometimes it works out like that.
I guess so.
It is funny. We have to wonder if any of the runners who didn't rank in the top 5 actually did go back and check what was under the rod lock, because by process of elimination, I don't know if you realize this, Ampersand, it had to be Kraken 2 underneath the rod lock.
I checked. It was Kraken floor.
We actually Woobear on screen as that was their last 4 shards was Kraken. But
yeah.
They did it so fast that like y'all didn't see it. So
yeah. To be fair, I think we were focused on the chaos fights that were going on.
I think that's what was happening at that point was like your chaos fight. So, yeah.
Well, it was a really fun flag set after not playing EFT in months. Yeah, all those asyncs that had EFT that you guys did. I was able to do EFT.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this is about EFT, wasn't it? This is at least half the flag sets were EFT.
Yeah.
It was a fun league, fun ladder season.
It was.
For those that don't know, we had 11 finalists. That's why there was 5 on screen, because we're trying to get as many people on as possible. But there were 6 other runners off screen that also made it into finals, which means that we broke the system, and now Jay is gonna punish us next season, limit our ability to get into the finals. We have to actually work for it. Boo.
The mystical dragon tier is going to be added. Probably we're going to increase the thresholds to be more balanced again.
I mean, it's
going to be a good
inevitable,
time.
but yeah, like
dragon tier.
What was it that challenge that Windfox and I did, the proc gen overworld with no minimap? 600 points on the line, straight up 600 points. Because of how far we got, we wagered 200 each, and winner took all. So with the house, it propelled Windfox to almost 1,000 points, and it's only 300 to get into Opal. So yeah, it's definitely something that will have to be adjusted and looked at for next season.
Yeah,
y'all are crazy.
We'll break something else next season, so we have to further increase the rules. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm going to see a lot of challenges this time. There were a lot of challenges this season. Shout out to Laser.
I got all my points from
challenges. The top.
Hopefully,
Ikir.
Go ahead.
Oh, Michael, you can go first.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. Ikir, how do you feel about creating some flag sets that are fun but also very silly, goofy?
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, does the winner get to make flag sets?
Yup.
Oh no.
Winner has the option to craft 6 flag sets. One for the first 6 weeks, and then the second half we run them back. But the winner of the mid-season has the option to adjust each flag set, like very minor adjustments, but enough to change them to make them slightly different for the back half.
I see.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You should look at signing up for next season. It's a lot of fun.
I believe that's going to be like the summer season, or is it not until fall?
I don't know if that's been finalized yet. I think on the schedule there's only 1 week of Lefeinian, or one season for Lefeinian ladder this year.
That's what I saw too. Yeah. We're talking about like a little run back, maybe a mini one sometime in June, July.
Yeah.
Open spot for like 2 weeks, but not a full one.
Indeed.
Yeah, Darkmoon.
Have a good night, everyone. I'm out.
All right.
See you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Darkmoon is letting us know there may be a summer mini season, full season next year.
Ooh. Fun.
I've got 9 months.
So yeah, could be fun.
I'll see what other interesting things come up in development by that time.
Indeed.
All the proof that there's always something to do in this community. Final Fantasy Randomizer only ever gets bigger and more stuff with features and more things to challenge yourself with or challenge other people to races with, be it in an event like this or things like the ongoing Duckling Derby.
Oh, yeah. That's wrapping up here soon, and then we'll get into Spring League.
Fall League? Spring League?
La Liga
Who else keeps calling it
FFR?
Fall League?
The schedule survey, apparently.
I noticed that too. We're going to call it that for a while.
Consistent event of challenging races. I think my brain is running into a wall of random words rather than direct content or contextual statements. So how about we look into wrapping it up? Any final words from our winner of the event, Iker?
It's been a great season. Slices were fun, and challenges were fun, and yeah, thanks everyone for racing. GG's to all. Thanks everyone. Thanks for putting on the restream too, Dark Moon, and all of our commentators and trackers.
And as our last runner to finish and just tracker for this event, Mechlin, GG's final thoughts.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. It was a fun season. Love seeing more challenges. Love the fact that we brought to break the rules again, so Jay has to figure out new ways to do things. It'll be exciting to see season 8 coming up next year. Hint, Iker, season 8. Remember what 8 means. Do it. Just do it.
I don't know what
trauma
it means.
baiting.
The Ocho.
Only 8s. Only 8s.
Oh.
Trauma baiting aside, Ampersand, my good co-coms and friend, care to walk us out?
Yeah, this has been fun to commentate. I'll definitely look into doing the next ladder league that shows up. And yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching, tuning in to the Lefeinian League Season 7 finals. With that, I think we're done here.